Hey there, true believers. You're tuned into Baxter Building Radio via the Negative Zone feed. Welcome to episode 8 of the Fantastic Four Fancast. I'm your host, Nate Charles. I'm joined by my co-host, Shane Murray. How you doing tonight, Shane?
Good. How you doing tonight, bud?
Doing all right. It's been a pretty hot day, an eventful day, but a hot day.
Eventful for one of us.
Well, for me, I had to go. I got my new prescriptions filled as far as my eyes are concerned. It's going to make cosplaying a lot easier this summer. And yeah, went to the gym, went for a 4 mile hike, and then spent the rest of the day trying to work on content for the show. So yeah, pretty full day. How was your weekend?
All right. I did about nothing on Saturday, just painted some stuff. And then LARPed yesterday and then played D&D. Got hit in the nose with an arrow. Normal human things, I think.
Oh, I missed the LARP. Tell me about the LARP.
Yeah. There was only about 9 or 10 of people that showed up. So it wasn't the turnout we quite hoped for. But it was all right because we still have a ton of stuff to finish. We only brought one of the great axes that we got worked on last Monday, and only got two plus one a great axe. We got three axes primed, ready to go. Uh, he did the handles on some of the swords with the airbrush, and oh my God, they look like they're actual leather. Oh, it's so nice. So I can't wait till we get there on the rest of this.
Well, it sounds like fun. Even despite the fact that you told me earlier that you got whacked in the face, you're not still tasting copper, are you?
Oh, absolutely. I think I got maybe 1 hour sleep last night because I was waking up trying to figure out how to breathe all night long. So
Sounds
this co-
miserable.
this coffee's hopefully gonna get me through this. How about your weekend, bud?
A little bit of a mixed bag. Saturday, I went up to the LCS. Speaking of heavy Fantastic Four week. Oh my God. Walked out of there with issue 33, which is the end of the current volume. Uh, Walked out of there with The Thing number 2, which I think might be my favorite series that I'm reading at the moment. Uh, Fantastic Four Fanfare number 2 is also in my stack. That
Hmm.
was absolutely excellent. And then also the Bring on the Bad Guys Doctor Doom one shot was also there, and that was also a fun read. You'll appreciate this. I ended up picking up the Kevin Eastman cover for that one.
I do appreciate that. Yes, do appreciate that very much.
Uh,
I'm assuming it's much darker than the other covers.
it's I wouldn't necessarily say it's darker. I really like it. I definitely special ordered it because it was pulled specifically for me. I'd forgotten that I had done that, which is surprising because I love Lee Bermejo's art and he's doing like all the covers for the Bring On the Bad Guys stuff. But yeah, once I saw there was an Eastman variant, I was like, I could go for an Eastman Doctor Doom just because Shredder definitely has some Doom-esque elements in his design. So I just wanted to see what he brought to the original, I suppose.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, did some work and some tossing around of some ideas up there now that Diamond Comic Distributors has more or less completely collapsed in order to attempt to market books to customers now that there's probably not going to be very many print catalogs offered up and figuring out ways to simplify ordering systems and whatnot. So that that was most of Saturday. And then, yeah, went to bed early Saturday night with the intent of getting a lot of stuff done on Sunday and then being able to come out and LARP and then play D&D. And instead of getting 8 hours of sleep and waking up at 6 a.m., I got 20 hours of sleep and woke up at 6 p.m., uh, which was frustrating, but apparently I needed that.
I wish I could get 2 hours. I wish I knew what that felt like.
Yeah. I also have a life lesson now of always set an alarm. Doesn't matter what you think you're getting into, just set an alarm. Because,
I have 7 alarms set through my day, buddy.
yeah, I don't like listening to them, so I try not to set any of them. I go, yeah, I won't sleep longer than 8 hours, and I was proven so wrong.
I have 2 morning alarms. I have a mid-work alarm. I have a nap alarm. I have a don't buy anything stupid today, you idiot alarm.
So here's a question for you then. The don't buy anything stupid today idiot alarm. What time is it set for, and what does it
3
prevent you from?
3 p.m. and it literally says, "Do not buy any toys today. Save money."
Wow. So it's set for like right when you get out of work. Is that what you're saying?
Correct, correct. Because I go get groceries and then I'm like walking around the grocery store and I'm like, "Oh, I would like a pie." I'm like, "You don't need a pie." Or I'm walking around Walmart and I'm like, "Ooh, look at this Ninja Turtle figure I don't have. I don't need it."
I mean, you got to be able to treat yourself, Shane.
Nah, I gotta box up some stuff and make some room in here, and I got things I gotta figure out.
Anyway, how would you say your memory is, Shane?
Terrible.
Good. Then you have something in common with the star of today's show. Any idea who that might be?
Oh, good old Namor. I think I have more memory than him. I at least know my own name. I might look like him mid-book, but I know my name.
Yeah, you guys do share some things in common, at least partially through this issue.
Yeah, hobo shelter, facial hair.
So, today we are covering Fantastic Four Volume 1, Number 4, cover date of May 1962, but it was actually released on February 8th of 1962. And this book is notable for the Silver Age first appearance of Namor, the Submariner. He is technically the second reintroduction in the Silver Age of a Golden Age character, but he's notable as being the first actually revived Golden Age character of this time period. The first reintroduction being the Human Torch, but obviously that's Johnny Storm instead of android Jim Hammond. Cover price on this was 12 cents.
Hmm.
You want to take a guess for what a 9.8 graded copy goes for?
$5,500.
Hmm. So you're a little bit off. Recent 9.8 sale, which I'm getting this information via pricecharting.com. A recent 9.8 sale was $110,759.12.
What?
Crazy, right?
You could buy a house. Like, there's things you could do. If you have that kind of money, you can do other things. Donate that to a charity. Do something with your money useful. My Lord. Was it sold for a charity? Please tell me it was for a charity. Please tell me it wasn't
That
just
I
like,
do not have the answer for.
don't tell me it was one bozo with too much money selling it to another bozo with too much money.
Yeah, I unfortunately do not have that information.
I shouldn't say bozo. That's impolite. I'm sorry, but like real money. Come on. Let's be
Yeah. So
realistic.
I mean, to be fair, that's a 9.8. That is an extremely rare copy.
It's
That is
fair.
not from Overstreet. Like I said, that's from price charting. It just keeps track of how these things have sold. So, you want to take a guess at an ungraded copy, Shane?
Um, I don't know, $10,000, seeing that you're selling one for 120,000 if it's graded.
this was the Price is Right, you would be so screwed right now.
Should
$790.51.
I should have just said $1. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I suppose so. But yeah, $790.51, which
Yeah.
jives. I've been looking at a copy recently that's about $800. So, and that has a big chunk missing out of the cover.
That is a lot of money for one piece of paper, my guy.
It is. It is. Didn't say I was going to buy it, just said I'd been looking at it.
No, no, I get you. I'm just saying that's some bankos. I get that instantly prices me out of a book. Like I think what was that one? The Usagi one was like 150, 175. That's like max I'll go. After that, I'm done. I'm out. Once you get past omnibus prices, I'm like, good day, sir. I said good day.
So you want to take a guess at how long it had been since Namor had been in print at the time of this book coming out in 1962?
Um, let's go with 18 years.
No, it's actually only been 8 years. He last appeared in 1954.
I didn't think he made it into the 50s, so that's why I went a little bit later.
So there was a brief revival of, I believe, at least the Submariner and Captain America, if not also the Human Torch in the 1950s. Notably, they turned Captain America into a commie smasher, and it didn't go over too well.
We went over like hot cakes and not a lead balloon.
No, it went over like a lead balloon. So anyway, today's story is The Coming of Submariner. Writer Stan Lee, artist Jack Kirby, inker Saul Brodsky, colorist Stan Goldberg, letterer Artie Simek, and editor Stan Lee. Would you like me to read you the synopsis provided to us from Marvel Unlimited, Shane?
Oh, I've been wondering all day what the synopsis was.
The first Marvel Age appearance of Namor, the Submariner, has returned. Calling upon his mighty sea creature army, he will have his revenge on the human race. It's up to the Fantastic Four to stop him.
Yo, that sounds like the most chat GPT written synopsis.
That could be.
Like almost was there until they said army because it never gets to like a whole army.
It's literally two sea creatures and a horn.
Horn. That's what I mean. Like army, like stretching it, my bad.
Oh, go ahead and take us through the cover, Shane.
Oh yeah, we have another one of those fantastic yellow covers, which I'm prone to liking. Um, the running on water I really find very interesting because apparently the Thing and Reed can also run on water. Uh,
That
or
looks
did
like
you?
Ree's toes in there.
Nah, you're only looking at it because he has the splash from Namor. The Thing is completely on top of the water.
I
They
mean, he has
are
really big feet. There's depth there that you're not seeing.
uh, definitely not. It's definitely walking on water. That is definitely them. They're Jesus in this for whatever reason. Then the Human Torch flying in the background, yelling some stuff at them. I'll let you go through the words. You got our nice comic code authority up there in the corner. A May number 4 up there in the middle. Like the layouts of the front of these comics where they move all of the stuff. Like I wish it was just like they picked a place. They move stuff too much.
I mean, you got to accommodate that amazing King Kirby artwork there.
You do. So like you can move that you can move that comic code authority down underneath the word bubble, which gives the C the full thing to pop out, and then that lets that little tiny May 4 move up in the corner and still let everything be seen. This is just basic editing 101 on me. But they were like copy pasting and gluing stuff on top of each other, so it's not as simple as clippy
You
clippy
know who
clippy
you can
clippy.
blame for that?
Stanley.
That is correct.
Well, I'm aware of who I could blame for it. Go
What else
ahead.
is going on in this cover, Shane?
Namor's running out to sea with Sue with her terrified face. And the thing is, the thing on this cover is the part that weirds me out the most because he looks like he's just staring at his hands instead of running. Like Reed's running after Namor, and the thing is just like in a pose like, am I rock? Am I man? Am I a rock man? Is
Yes,
this what it
yes.
is? He's wondering if he should be or not to be.
So a couple things of note is we actually get our first change to the Thing's uniform here on this cover because unlike last issue where he had a shirt that he kept tearing off and full pants, he's now down to the trunks, but he still has the boots. We're not quite to barefoot Ben yet. And then do you
Nope.
notice anything kind of strange about the Submariner?
Um, he's got his trunks on. He's got his little winged feet. Uh, squinty eyes. I'm missing it if there's something else I'm supposed to be getting
So
there.
his trunks, they aren't normally red. They're usually green.
Fair. That's just an artistic interpretation on the cover.
I mean, they'll be green again soon enough.
Or or again, going back to editing, we just missed it. Probably shouldn't have Stan edit his own books.
I mean, that being said, on the interior, his trunks are also red, so
Yeah. Oh no, they are. It's just maybe they were trying it out and then they didn't like it. And then they went to green. Green is the color that lets you know that they were a villain.
that is true.
So maybe they thought about bringing him back as a hero.
All right, you ready to move on into the inside?
Oh yeah.
The Fantastic Four in The Coming of Submariner. At a secret skyscraper hideout in the caverns of New York, three of the most fantastic humans on Earth are found. But where is the fourth? Chapter 1 On the Trail of the Torch. What are we looking at here, Shane?
We're looking at Sue Reed and the Thing in looks like what would be their living room, or at least or an office maybe in the Baxter building. Just trying to figure out where he ran off to, and none of them agreeing on where he went.
Somewhere out there among the teeming millions of the city, the Human Torch is hiding from us, and we've got to find him. Bah! For all I care, he can stay hidden. He's nothing but a spoiled brat of a teenager. What do we need him for? How can you talk about my brother that way? He may be hurt or in trouble. Don't worry about the torch, Sue. I'm sure he's okay. As for you, Thing, it's your fault that he ran off. Sure, sure. Everything around here is my fault. But it is your fault, Thing. Your fault that the torch is hiding out from us as well as from the police and the army. Remember how he tackled that monster which the Miracle Man had brought to life? He was one of us then. When did that happen, Shane?
In the last issue, I really do like the giant editor's note in that panel. It says See Fantastic Four number three.
Single-handed, he fought the enormous creature, and single-handed, he defeated it. Finally, thanks to the torch, our atomic cannon was returned safely to the army. Everyone was happy about it, thing, but not you. No, you were jealous of the torch's achievement, and so you picked an argument with him, an argument which made him want to desert all of us. I'm through with the Fantastic Four, understand? Through. Torch, wait. Well, we're not going to let it end that way. We're going to find that boy, and that means you too, Thing. You bet it means me. And when I do find him, I'll teach him to run off on us that way. Oh, Reed, if he harms the torch. Easy, Sue. He won't hurt him. I swear it.
Yeah, he only destroys people's property. He doesn't destroy humans or other things.
Yeah, what's he smashing here in his
Oh, just a
defiance?
ta like a table, a chair, some displays, just Reed's memorabilia. He has no care. No care for personal belongings. The thing is just like, I ain't got time for this.
And interesting thing about this page is there at the bottom.
It's my favorite part about this whole book
Oh, really?
because it goes through the whole book. I was waiting for you to see what you were going to do about it. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
So what are we looking at here at the bottom?
Oh, it is like the coolest way to preview the next comic from Marvel Comics.
Yeah,
You,
it's a large caption uh at the foot of the page that just says the Hulk is coming.
yeah, say it again.
I have no idea what that means. And it leads into the next page where on the header it says, "Who is the Hulk?"
Yeah, I don't know how many pages. I wish I counted how many pages this is on in this book, but I love that they did it. Which is what one of my favorite things about that last page is that the editor's note is in the panel because where the editor's note would usually be had the Hulk is coming. That was just a nice touch.
Yeah, but Shane, who is the Hulk?
Who is the Hulk? I don't know. We're not there yet. I can't wait. It's exciting. We'll get there. Don't worry about it. It'll come up.
So set the scene for us, Shane. What's going on?
So they decide to take off in the Fantastic car, which I feel like Sue is the most devastated about because she hates the idea of having to leave Johnny's pod behind. I feel like they could have done that where like that pod went with somebody, maybe Sue, just so she felt better. But and then we follow the first of the three of them as they venture on their journey in trying to find Johnny and his hideout.
A few minutes later, at the Fantastic Four Skytop hangar, we'll use the Fantastic Car to search the city. This is the first time the torches section was left behind. This is where we separate release sections. The first one to sight him will contact the others. Good luck. And so the long search begins. Sue Storm, the Torch's sister, lands in the center of town. And what does Sue find?
She finds like the soda pop shop and goes and w thinks that he'll be hanging out with the other teenagers.
The Torch loved this neighborhood where there were so many other teenagers. But no matter how well Sue Storm can search a city, the invisible girl can do it better. So she turns invisible. And what does she start doing, Shane?
Um, I don't know how she got this soda in the first place. It's like she just walked up to the counter and was like, I am thirsty for some pop, and I'm just gonna drink whoever's is there because public property or private property, public property, it's all mine anyway. Because I'm part of the Fantastic Four and I have no care.
I mean, like, seriously, it's not like she ordered it. It's,
Exactly.
I, She obviously isn't a germaphobe since being invisible and drinking the soda. Poor guy next to her.
That man is going to be haunted for life.
Funny, I could have sworn I saw that straw move. Searching can sure be thirsty work. I'll stop for a soda. The the glass is getting empty. It's good. Let me out of here. This place is haunted. That's more like it. Now back to the search. They really are
Dude,
just a menace to society.
they really are. But have you ever had like an old school one, like an old school mixed soda pop?
Yeah,
They hit different.
certainly
So
do.
I
Much more
get,
refreshing.
yeah, I totally get where she's coming from. That's her beer or her like Marlboro 100.
Meanwhile, what if Mr. Fantastic? What are we looking at here, Shane?
Dude, so this was my panel that I was like, Reed has no give a damn. Zero give a damn. So Reed looks out behind the the bushes there and sees a couple guys riding by on a motorcycle. And he's just like, you know what? Maybe one of these fellows knows what's going on. Let me just rip them off their motorcycle while they're rolling down the road. Nothing dangerous or wrong can happen there. I'm sure the motorcycle is fine. It didn't just fall over. Perfectly fine. Don't ask questions.
There are some cyclists. Perhaps they've seen the torch. Whoop! Only way to find out is to ask them. Mr. Fantastic! Gee, I never knew you were for real. I'm real enough, son. But if you don't know where Johnny Storm is, I've got no more time to waste with you. And he's just got this guy by the jacket hanging up in the sky.
Yeah, and the best part is he's like he walks away from him, leaving that poor dude to like one, his bike's destroyed and Reed doesn't care. And two, he's like, oh look, there's some kids playing baseball. Let's see how I can screw that up.
Yeah, and they knew best to keep that off panel.
That's what I mean. Like they were like, you know, that could go poorly. Maybe we should only show the beginning of this.
Wow, Mr. Fantastic himself lifted me right off my cycle. Why do I tell the gang? Will I be a big man? If the gang would have seen this guy, I don't think he'd be a big man at all.
No, he would have been kicked out. He looks like a member from Greece.
I've got to keep trying. Sooner or later, I'll find some teenager who's seen him. But little does Mr. Fantastic suspect that less than 1 mile away. And where do we go to here, Shane?
Ah, we go back to where we started with Johnny at the place where he lit cars on fire initially in Fantastic Four #1.
Good old Swanson's garage. Attaboy, Johnny. You're getting it. Wow, nobody can modify an engine like you, Johnny. You're only saying that because it's true. Boy, just think. The whole country's looking for the Human Torch. And he's right here with us, working on our sports car engines.
Yo, they both don't look like dudes that should own sports cars.
Yeah. I've got to do a little welding before I can fix those gaskets. So here goes. Flame on. And what does he do, Shane?
So, one, he literally lights himself on fire and blinds people with his ray of light that he pushes off all the time. Why does he put welding goggles on for this?
He doesn't want to blind himself, right?
I don't think he can. I don't
No, maybe
understand. I don't understand.
there's hot sparks coming off of metal. Maybe he doesn't want to get metal in his eye.
Uh, maybe he lights so much stuff on fire all the time. I don't know. I'm so concerned.
Hey, gang, dig that. This beats a welding iron any day. And if there's a real big welding job to do, notice how I can control my flame by not moving? It doesn't go near this gasoline. Oh, God. Just there's proving a
Because
point, and then there's whatever this is.
so here's my favorite thing. Like you don't need to be near the flame doesn't need to be near the gasoline for the gasoline to catch on fire. It just has to be warm enough near it and it's going to catch on fire. He is definitely warm enough for it to catch on fire. I know, I've tested this. I had no eyebrows once.
Why am I not surprised?
Of all the people you know, it's got to be me. That would have been that guy.
But at that very moment, outside the garage, before I knock myself out searching the whole city, I'll play a hunch. That brat used to hang around here fiddling with hot rods every chance he got. Hey, I can feel the heat. He's inside. And what does Ben do?
Oh, again, destruction of private property. Just punches his way right into the building. No, no care. No, there. Dude, who bankrolls the Fantastic Four? That's what I want to know. Because they
I'm
got to pay some bills.
pretty sure it's Reed's Patents. They have their own foundation set up to work with that money.
I don't, I feel like he taps out that money pretty fast.
The Thing! You're blamed right, it's the Thing, Torch. And now I'll teach you what happens to deserters. And your flame doesn't scare me now. I know you can't move while you're burning because there's gasoline all over here. One spark and your pals are done for. I mean, this is just blatant irresponsibility waltzing right into the room.
Yeah, the two of them. It's great. I'm also like so happy that it was the thing that found him because that just seems like the most on point. Like, oh yeah, I made him run away. I'm gonna be the one that finds him, and then I'm gonna make him want to disappear harder. Because I'm not gonna call him and let him know that I got that found him. I'm gonna be like, ha, he's gonna come back with me one way or the other.
Early Ben has so many issues. So much. I'm really
He's
glad
like,
he mellows out.
oh dude, does he ever mellow out? I forgot how mad and stuff he is in the beginning of this. It's astronomically hilarious though.
Chapter 2. Enter the Submariner. Flame off, Torch. Do you hear me? Flame off or I'll pulverize you. And what is Ben doing?
Oh, much like Johnny and his no care for cars, Ben just picks the car up and is about to smash Johnny with it. Why not? Johnny will be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't ask questions.
Drop the car thing. I'll flame off. Look. Sure, Torch. I'll drop the car, and now I'll take care of you. And he tosses the car, and it hits the wall with a,
With a wham.
You've always laughed at me because I was ugly. Well, why aren't you laughing now? Tries to grab Johnny. Don't worry, sonny boy. I'm not gonna spoil your pretty features. I'll just rough you up a little. Teach you who's boss once and for all. Don't try it, thing. I'm warning you. You're warning me? Well, Hey, what's happening? I'm changing. I'm human again. I'm Ben Grimm again. At last. At last. Man. I'm a man, a normal human being. Now's my chance. He's forgotten all about me. And what does Johnny do?
Oh, instantly flames on and gets the hell out of Dodge.
Go on, Torch. Fly off. What do I care? I'm human again. Poor fool. He should know by now his change is only temporary. Fly away, you flaming freak. Who cares? What happens now, Shane?
As soon as after he yells that, he instantly transforms back into the thing.
My hands, my arms. I'm turning back into a thing. But
What
the
is the
real question
Hulk?
on this page, Shane,
What is the Hulk?
are you gonna answer me what the Hulk is?
No, we're gonna leave that up in the air. It's gonna be so much fun. We'll get there.
We better get there soon because we lead off the next page with "You've never seen anyone like the Hulk," and he's not on this page.
I know. You know the fun part about that is I don't know it what did you read it on Marvel Unlimited or did you read it in the Omnibus?
I read it in the Omnibus and then I read it in Marvel Unlimited.
Marvel Unlimited, he never pops up. So I don't know if he shows up in the Omnibus. So that's the best part is you never find out. It's going to be so much fun. So one day, listeners, you're going to find out who the Hulk is, and I'm going to bring you back to this issue where they keep asking you the question, and maybe you'll have already known.
As the thing sinks to his knees in helpless rage, Johnny Storm reaches the outskirts of the Bowery. This is one place where nobody will find me. I'll just lose myself among the other human derelicts here. Might as well find a place to sack down for the night. I guess this one is no worse than the others. And what is Johnny looking at here?
He's looking at Men's Hotel.
A few minutes later, well, it's not the Wardorf, but it'll keep me safely hidden while I plan my next move. Say, look at this old beat up comic mag. It's from the 1940s. The Submariner? I remember Sis talking about him once. He used to be the world's most unusual character. Yeah, just like Sis said, he could live underwater and was as strong as 10 men. Wonder whatever happened to him. He was supposed to be immortal. Reading about the Submariner, huh? We got a stumble bum right here who's as strong as that Joker was supposed to be. Hey, old man, wake up. You wouldn't think to look at that old bum, but just wait. Huh? What? And what's this old bum look like, Shane?
Um, Me mid-con. Nah, really. Has really shaggy hair and a long beard and just hunched over and half asleep and really doesn't want to deal with anybody else.
Come on, old man. We got us a new tenant. Show him what you can do. Go away. I want to sleep. Let me be. Why don't you leave the old fellow alone? He's probably tired. He's never too tired to show how strong he is, are you, old man? Come on, you mangy bum. Tear this phone book in half. Tear it, I said. What does the bum do instead?
He had some pow right in the kisser.
Go away, you puny flea. All right, boys, let's teach him a little lesson. Get him! Yeah, I've been spoiling for a good fight. I
And we
said, go away, all of you. And what happens to his three attackers?
we get some great Batman 66 panels. Wham bam.
If only I could remember who I am, what I am. Why have I spent the long years here in a fog with my mind blank? Look, he's tired now. Now's our chance. Try to push us around, Willie. I never did like the creep. Hold on, let him alone. Can't you see he's ill? He's got amnesia, a loss of memory. He doesn't even know who he is. Yeah, well, we're gonna help him find his memory. Sure, we'll beat it back into him. Why bother? I'll show you an easier way. First, we gotta see what he really looks like. So let's give him a little shave. Flame on! Hey, look at that! Holy cow, it's the human torch! See how simple it is when you know how? And what does Johnny begin doing?
Begins shaving them.
With an open flame.
Can you imagine how bad that smelled, by the way?
Burnt human hair? Yeah, it doesn't smell great.
Oh, it smells terrible. And there's so much of it. Oh, that's atrocious.
I can control the flame of my body within a hair's width. Wait, his face? No, it can't be. It is! It is! He's the Submariner! And describe what the Submariner looks like, Shane.
Well, he's got some high cheekbones. Good old Eddie Munster Widow's Peak. Nice flat top. Little 5 o'clock shadow, like he just shaved this morning, though he just shaved 2 seconds ago. And the eyes really show that he really is not all home.
It's interesting to me that you leave out the ears.
The elf ears? Oh,
Yeah,
no, I didn't think about those.
because to me they seem like the most defining characteristic once he's shaved.
Oh, no, it's definitely the high cheekbones.
Chapter 3. Let the world beware. At the very moment that Johnny Storm makes his incredible discovery, the other members of the Fantastic Four are continuing their strange search. Are you sure you've seen no trace of a flaming teenager blazing through the sky? Uh, Holy smoke! I read about you guys, but I never dreamt you really existed. And what shenanigans is Reed into here?
Dude, for Reed being as smart as he is, when it comes to like basic ideas of thinking what a teenager's up to, he is dumb. Just absolutely like you can tell Reed never left the house. He's like, I could have left the house, but I have a book. This is much more fascinating than going outside.
Why do you say that, Shane?
Because he's like in a part of town where it just looks like there's a bunch of cars. It doesn't even look like there's kids. And then he's like looking at the train. It like he thinks that Johnny just jumped on the sub. Johnny can fly. Why would he use the transportation that is like slow?
Well, I
He
mean,
can,
it makes sense considering he says, perhaps someone might catch a glimpse of him from a passing train. And I'm pretty sure he says that, Shane, because he, he thinks Johnny can fly. So somebody on a passing train or in a helicopter would see the torch going through the sky.
that's only because he hopes so. But like these people aren't paying attention for a person flying by. This guy's reading the paper. The rest of them are just doing their own livelihoods. Do you know how many people don't stare up while they're doing other things, like just walking down the street?
Yeah.
People miss so much. I see bald eagles every day, and then other people are like, "I've never seen a bald eagle." I'm like, I see like four a day. What are you talking about? Just look up.
And if you see any trace of the torch, remember, contact the Fantastic Four. Mister, the first guy I'll contact would be my eye doctor.
That's what I mean.
Sue Storm, too, prowls the vast metropolis in her other identity as the Invisible Girl. The Bowery, a haven of lost souls. I can't believe that Johnny would ever come here. And what do we see in the second panel here, Shane?
Johnny and Namor walking behind Sue, walking away because she just wouldn't think to look there.
Come
And
on,
she was,
pal. If you are the Submariner, I know one thing that'll bring your memory back. No, I'm wasting my time here. I'll go and search some other part of town.
yeah, I feel like she would have heard him.
Yeah, me too, Shane. Me too. Thus does destiny toy with the lives of humans, and so, unwittingly, the invisible girl walks away from the very one she seeks. Okay, the coast is clear. Flame on! What does Johnny do?
He picks up Namor and flies him away. I like that they do leave his hands unflamed on, so it looks like he could pick him up safely.
Yeah, that is a nice touch. Relax, mister. I'm not going to drop you. Not till we come to the sea. And he drops Namor straight into the ocean.
Yep, yes he does.
If he is the Submariner, the water will bring back his memory and his full powers. If not, I'll dive in and save him.
He seems cocky for a guy that like flames off as soon as water touches him, and he always seems to be falling out of the sky. Like, does he think he's a good swimmer?
Yeah, maybe he's an excellent swimmer. We don't know.
Maybe he was before he flamed on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming just because now he can set himself on fire doesn't mean that he's lost his skills at swimming, right?
You never know. Stranger things have happened.
Once submerged in the mighty sea, a startling change comes over the strange derelict. In one sweeping motion, he hurls his outer garments from him and stands revealed as the legendary Prince of the Sea, the invincible Namor, the Submariner. I remember now. I am the Submariner. My family, my friends, my undersea kingdom. I must return. This is all very fascinating, but I mean, at the end of the day, all that really matters is what is the Hulk?
That's the most important part. But what is the Hulk? And the world may never know.
Traveling in his native element like a careening torpedo, Prince Namor soon reaches his almost forgotten land, only to find destroyed. It's all destroyed. That glow in the water. It's radioactivity. Now I know what happened. The humans did it, unthinkingly with their accursed atomic test. My people could not be harmed by radiation, but when their homes were destroyed, they must have gone elsewhere. The oceans are vast, endless. How shall I ever find them? Minutes later, but the humans shall pay for this. I swear it. He's back. You young fool, do not feel proud of what you have done, for by returning my memory, you have signed the death warrant of the human race. What? What are you talking about? Revenge. I'm talking about the revenge I shall have for the destruction of my undersea kingdom. I am the mightiest living mortal on earth, and now mankind shall feel that might as it is turned against you all. And what a pose Namor's striking there.
Yeah.
Both fists shaking.
Is he the mightiest mortal on Earth if he is immortal?
I don't think Namor's actually immortal. I think he's long lived.
Fair. Okay. Okay. That's the question. That was my question. Just throwing it out there.
Chapter 4 Submariner's Revenge. No sooner does Namor utter those fateful words than the three other members of the mighty foursome, back at their headquarters again, planning their next move, see? Look! A flare. It must be the torch. Let's go. Hurry. He must be in danger. It's the emergency signal. And in the streets below, all eyes turn skyward as they behold the most dramatic, most exciting secret symbol of all. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
think it's a secret symbol at this point.
I mean, it could be because it looks different in every book.
Yeah, but at the base, it's always a number four at some point.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. But like, can we get it consistent at least? Or like, are we just gonna like John like the one where Johnny made it by himself out of being because he's fireman? Well, that's one thing. But like the rest of them, Everyone's flare looks different. Reed's literally said Fantastic Four and then turned into a four.
Yeah, but I think we noted that it just straight up changed to the number four by issue three, right?
Yeah, but was issue three the one where Johnny made it himself? That's the problem. That's where I'm stemming from here. Like one consistent thing. We're gonna pay attention to the force going forward. If it stays like this, I'm all game. But like no yellow on the outside, just stay a solid red.
So they hop into the Fantastic Car. It came from the waterfront. I knew he'd need us. That brat can't stay out of trouble without us. Faster, Reed, faster. Easy, Sue. We're almost there.
I feel like that is the most improper way to say Johnny can't stay. Johnny's the only one that stays out of trouble. The other three bring him trouble.
I mean, I know I defended him the other day, but he did melt those jets.
Only because Reed told him to flame on. And they went and attacked him because he got called by Reed's Fantastic Four flare.
It's true. None of that matters, though, Shane, because you know what really does matter?
Who is the Hulk?
Who is the Hulk? Why won't they tell me?
Because it's more fun this way.
There he is. He's all right. Thank heavens. He's all right. And Johnny's waving at them from the dock. But of course, once they land, Ben starts up his shenanigans again.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What's the idea with scaring us that way? You know that flare is only to be used in emergencies. Quiet thing. This is an emergency, you big ape. Do you think I'd call you if it wasn't important? I never wanted to see any of you again. But we're gonna need each other now. The Submariner is back, and he's out to destroy the whole human race. The Submariner? I thought he had died long ago. Nobody's heard from him for years. He's alive, all right, and he's more dangerous than ever. Bah, who's worried? Nothing human can stand up to the thing. That's the scary part, mister. He isn't human. No, Namor, Prince of the Sea, isn't quite human, for his race was old when the stars were young, and many fathoms below. I'll unleash a monster such as mankind has never dreamed of. There he is, still slumbering, as he has done for ages, the largest living thing in all the world, the deadly Giganto. Only one thing can arouse him, this trumpet horn which my ancestors buried here centuries ago. And that horn is, well, it's quite the horn. It's huge.
Womp womp womp.
Hearing the eerie undersea blast with one earth-shaking shrug, the undersea behemoth shakes off the sleep of ages, and I've done it. I've awakened the monster. Now nothing can stop him. He'll follow the trumpet horn wherever it leads. Describe Giganto to me, Shane.
Um, so he has the head like I automatically thought of like Moby if like Moby Dick because he's got like a whale head, but he has arms like a salamander. So I've considered him a giant whale salamander. And I think that's the best way you can describe him. It's one
That's
of the coolest character designs.
not a bad description. And in the hands of the Submariner, it leads to the surface world. And we see a barge.
Yeah, that poor boat.
For the love of heaven, look! And I believe Giganto swallows the barge, but the lifeboats manage to make it off.
Yep.
Mindlessly, the gigantic creature splinters the old tramp steamer as the crew escapes to sound the alarm. We, we are too small for him to notice. I've got the emergency radio working, sir. And within seconds, and what are we looking at here, Shane?
Oh, we're looking at it looks like the commissioner sitting there getting talked to by somebody that was at the desk, be giving him the notes like, hey, this got called in or telegrammed in.
He's a uniformed police officer.
Hmm.
I know it sounds impossible, but nowadays nothing is impossible. They said it's headed towards New York. For the first time in history, the incredible order is given. Evacuate New York. And what's happening in this panel, Shane?
They're evacuating New York. They're trying to hurry up and get people out of New York, and then so that they can start making room for some artillery to come in to try to protect New York.
Don't panic. Just keep moving. Hurry. Hurry. And through the now silent canyons of the deserted city, the nation's most powerful weapons are brought into position. And we see that artillery you're talking about, and the officer yells, "Here it comes! Fire!" And they open fire on Giganto as he walks upon the docks.
Yeah, and it just looks to make him mad.
Look at that! It must be the work of some mariner. But how can we fight it? It's big as a mountain. What'll happen to the city? There's not a weapon on Earth that can stop a creature like that. Hey, there's Reed. He's tackling it in his Fantasticar. Perhaps this chemical smoke screen will confuse it, slow it down before it reaches the shore. And Reed engulfs it in a big aerosol cloud. And Torch takes off. I've got to help somehow. Torch, come back.
Yeah, I really want to know what he was thinking.
Yeah,
Like, didn't
what
think
happens to Torch?
he gets absolutely obliterated by the blowhole. Like, did he not look at that and be like, whales? Hmm, they don't have water.
It has a water spout like a whale. I'm caught in it. My flame is out. I'll fall to Earth. But luckily, what happens for Johnny?
Reed's there and catches him with his fantastic arm.
Got you. You. Just when a fella needs a friend. However, Namor is still in the ocean tooting on the horn. He's not moving fast enough. I've got to get him to go ashore. This will do it. He'll follow the sound of this horn anywhere.
Yeah, but you know what? You've never seen anyone like the Hulk.
Well, yeah, I would if they'd put him in the book.
That's not part of the advertising.
Like something out of an unbelievable nightmare, the hulking mountain of flesh which is Giganto slowly turns, following the sound of the piercing trumpet horn. And then, what happens, Shane?
Oh, you got a giant crash as he goes. Looks like he takes out a whole city block with one belly flop. I've also been known to take out one city block with one belly flop.
It's impressive. Have you thought about talking to Guinness?
Mm, no, I don't want anyone to know how massive my belly flops are.
Well, now our entire listener base knows, so.
Oh, fair enough.
He's on shore. He'll wreck all of New York if he isn't stopped. One side, woman, I got me an idea. What is it, Thing? What can you do? Moving like a man possessed, the Thing races from one military depot to another until he finds a nuclear bomb strapped to his back. I still can't believe it. Oh, Thing, you can't. Relax, Sue. I'm no hero. I'll come back alive. Just watch. Boy, I'm glad we just store nuclear bombs in depots close to New York City.
Oh my God. Going back to what I said a couple episodes ago, where everything is just solved by atomics or nuclear. We don't know how to solve this issue. We could just blow it up.
All I gotta do is slip through that Joker's teeth and get inside like Jonah and the whale. Then I've gotta get out again before it goes off. Yeah, that's all. And what are we seeing here, Shane?
We're seeing him scale some wreckage so he can get into the whale's mouth.
He's resting now. Good thing he breathes through his mouth. Well, here goes nothing. Sure is an eerie feeling. I'm so small to him he doesn't even notice me. I love this. Like, I'm sorry. Just Ben with the bomb on his back walking into the belly of the whale. Well,
The
the belly
belly
of
of
the
the
beast.
beast.
Yeah, the belly
Yeah.
of the beast. Like this is I mean, this is
Jonah and the
awesome
whale.
stuff here.
It is Jonah and the whale. He nailed it.
Chapter 5, Return to the Deep. Slowly, warily, knowing that each step might be his last, the thing stalks deeper and deeper inside the gigantic creature. What are we seeing here?
We see him going through, it looks like the stomach slash, I guess the esophagus, trying to get down to the stomach so he knows where to put this bomb. But I'm mostly thinking it's the stomach because you see in the next panel you see like ships sitting down there just chilling.
And my favorite touch about this is the flashlight, by the way. I like that he has a flashlight so you can see where he's going.
It's important to be able to see where you're walking in stomach acid.
Past the long since forgotten remains of ancient vessels, ocean craft which had fallen victim to Giganto long ages ago. And then, suddenly, yow! I should have guessed. A giant like him would be apt to swallow lots of undersea monsters alive, and here's one of them. And what is Ben up against here?
A pretty big sea monster. On the next panel, you can see he has like claws. He's just trying to figure out his way out of this combat situation.
And as the timing element of the deadly bomb ticks on,
Tick, 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 tick.
well, I've fought everything else in my time, so I might as well tackle you too. And he clobbers this sea monster.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and I keep asking myself what the sea monster is, but what is the Hulk? Is this the Hulk?
This is definitely not the Hulk.
Damn, that does it. But now I've only seconds to spare. If his mouth is shut now, I'm a goner.
Tick, 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 tick.
I just like to imagine that it's just echoing from the stomach up the esophagus. Like you just can't. Like it's just thunderous ticking, you know?
Could you imagine? Like you're like, um, I know that if that last tick could be the tick that's the end of my life.
Well, luckily for Ben in the next panel, made it!
Oh,
Ugh! He did it! The monster is dead! He saved the city, perhaps the world. And Reed and Johnny actually recover Ben and begin to carry him through the rubble.
yeah. How light is Ben? I feel like the two of them probably aren't picking up Ben if he's full of stone.
I'm assuming he's not light. He might be able to be carried by the two of them, but I definitely don't see one of them being able to get him.
I mean, Johnny's just a teenager. Like, is he a yoked teenager? Has he been working out? Been hitting that gym? Getting that swell pregame on?
Yeah,
Bah.
maybe being bombarded by cosmic rays gave him a little extra strength.
got that whey protein diet.
Maybe that might be more likely.
Your, your face, you weren't ready for that at all.
I wasn't. Easy. Don't drop him, Johnny. The shock must have knocked him out. I didn't think anything could stun the big gorilla. Ah, he's coming to now. I hate to say it, thing, but I'm proud of you. Big deal. That and a dime will get me a cup of coffee. Quiet, you two. Who's that? You'll find out soon enough who I am. The whole world will know the Submariner. You haven't beaten me yet. As long as I have this horn, I can summon countless other sea monsters to attack you. So, it's the horn that does it. Well, that's what I was waiting to hear. And what happens, Shane?
Sue yanks that horn right off him.
How does she do that?
While she's invisible, she just pulls it right out of his hands, like it like he's not strong at all.
What? I've got to get this to the others. I've got to. It's floating in the air. No, that can't be. I'll find the answer. Ah, I thought so. It's a human, an invisible human. What is Namor doing?
Tackling her, full on sprint. Good tackle, got good formation there. Some people might call that a spear hitting her from behind, but good formation. Head up, shoulder first. Good tackle.
Oh, stop struggling. No one can escape Prince Namor. Seeing that her plight is hopeless, Sue Storm becomes visible again and. Well, here is a prize worth catching. What does Namor do?
Um, well, he instantly falls for Sue.
You're the loveliest human I've ever seen. If you will be my bride, I might show mercy to the rest of your pitiful race. How can I make such a choice? You won't have to, Sue. We're here now. He'll never menace mankind again. You fools! I gave you your chance, but now I'll have the girl and my revenge. The next time I blow this horn, I shall unleash a horde of undersea monsters such as mankind never dreamt of. Helpless before the invincible attack, you humans will be driven out of your cities until you return to the caves in which your ancestors dwelled. This is my prophecy. He he means to do it. He might do it. We can't take the chance. No, Prince Namor, you mustn't. I'll do anything. I'll become your bride. One life such as mine doesn't matter, but humanity must be spared. You speak as though you are sacrificing yourself. Don't you realize what an honor I offer you? You can become Princess Namora, bride of the Submariner, co-ruler of Earth. This has gone far enough. Somebody's got to show Namor that he can't defeat mankind single-handed. Let me tackle him. I can't wait to get my hands on that big-talking fish man. But having regained his full strength again, the undersea monarch scatters his astonished attackers like tenpins. Back, you clods! None may strike the imperial person of Namor the Submariner.
Is Namor the Hulk?
No, I think he's the Submariner. He just said so.
Well,
Maybe
then
the Hulk's
who?
on the next page.
I don't know.
Damn it! Ah, it says you've never seen anyone like the Hulk, and again, he's not in the book. So, of course, I've never seen anyone like the Hulk before.
Sadness.
He's more powerful than we thought. You two stay back while I. Not this time, Reed. This calls for a stunt that only the Human Torch can pull. Flame on! And what does Johnny do here?
He goes into an instant like way to make himself a torpedo, or not a torpedo, like a, kind of like a hurricane almost to suction Namor and the beasts out to sea. A really good use of his powers, I think. I really like this.
It's really an ingenious move. I've got to get high above Submariner before he suspects what I'm going to do. Reaching a height of 1,000 feet, the amazing Human Torch suddenly flies in an ever-expanding circle directly above the Submariner, creating an awesome man-made tornado of unimaginable force. So powerful is the suction, and so accurately does the torch pinpoint its vortex that I'm being sucked into the air. Can't fight it. The pressure is unbearable. I, I'm blacking out. And still, the irresistible force continues drawing Namor and the sea monster higher and higher until, finally, the torch maneuvers his victims over the deepest part of the vast ocean. And then, there! That'll show him he bit off more than he can chew. And he drops Namor and Giganto into the water.
Hmm.
During the swirling, dizzy descent, the menacing sea trumpet slips from Namor's limp fingers to be lost in the depths of the murky sea forever. And moments later, revived by the ocean's magic healing powers, the Submariner makes a vengeful vow. I'm not beaten yet. They're stronger than I thought, but not strong enough to finish Namor. I'll be back, do you hear? I'll be back. Yes, perhaps he will be back. But when Submariner returns, he will still have to face the most incredible quartet of humans in all the world. You shouldn't have let him return to the sea, Torch. I got a hunch he'll be back. And if he dares return, he'll find us waiting. I swear it. The end. But we have one more page to cover here.
Oh yeah, I figured you were ready for this page.
Go
The old pinup.
ahead and take us through this month's pinup page.
Oh, you got a beautiful pinup of Mr. Fantastic. It's going as high as a skyscraper to take a guy off the rooftop, it looks like, who's got a gun pointed at him. It is so good. Yellow background, the really good showing of the depth there. I really like this pinup, but I'm sure I don't like it as much as you do, sir.
Oh, I like it as well. There's a piece that really ties it together there at the bottom.
Oh yeah, the most important part of it. The Hulk is coming.
Well, he better be because he wasn't in this issue. So,
I don't even. When does he meet the Fantastic Four?
oh my gosh. I want to say the Fantastic Four are not going to meet the Hulk until issue 12.
Well, we got a couple months until we'll see the Hulk.
Yep. All right, Shane. So, what are your thoughts on this issue?
I don't know. I liked it. I like that they have some continuity going in here with from the end of issue three, the whole blow up and bringing Namor in. So there's some more character depth and growth to the universe. What about yourself, sir?
Oh, I mean, I enjoy this issue. It's definitely a classic, bringing Namor in. And of course, it does set up, the tropes that will carry us forward, such as Namor's attraction to Sue, uh, Reed's annoyance with said attraction, uh, Ben and Johnny squabbling. Well, just the overall family squabbling. Yeah, overall, I really do like this issue. It's a fun classic. It does have some problems of its own, which we will get into. Uh, yeah. Speaking of which, how about we move on into our four things?
Sure, sure.
We'll start with favorite panel. I'm gonna let you go first this week.
So mine was actual page 13, and it would be the second panel.
Namor in Atlantis?
Namor in Atlantis.
Sure, what stands out to you about it?
I just love the green and the radiation just look. It's probably just the Kirby art just being like I see all so much stuff that is to come in the future in that panel. It just stands out to me. I really like it. And then him just being dwarfed by all of the stuff that looks decayed.
What I like about it, and why I think it's a really powerful image, is because he's making the realization about it being radioactivity that caused this. He's standing in ruins. It looks like a bomb went off. He's silhouetted. It honestly brings to mind like the shadow people of Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yeah.
No, no, it's a cool panel. I really like that.
What's your panel, bud?
So my panel is the half page splash, page 19, panel one. Ben with the bomb strapped to his back, marching into the belly of the beast, holding a flashlight. Like he's just marching right down the gullet of Giganto. And I mean, really, who else would do it, you know?
No one.
Yeah.
It's such a Ben move. Because like at worst, like he said, I'm no hero. I'm gonna be back. And at worst, even if he doesn't come back, he still didn't die a hero in his brain. He just did it to protect everyone else. He's just never gonna be a hero.
But it's just everything from the look on Ben's face with the determination to the color palette, like the shine of the flashlight that illuminates him in yellow, and then just all the dark reds and browns and purples that map out, and even the pink because it looks like he's marching off the tongue into the esophagus.
Yep.
And oh man, it's just such a cool image.
It is a very good image. I do like that image.
I gotta move on to this age poorly. And in order for us to do that, we will have to go back for page three, panel two. And the reason why I'm going with this is, unfortunately, it's a Sue Storm moment, and it's the fact that she's crying as Johnny's Fantastic Car section is left behind. And I just, with all due respect, I just don't think Stan Lee knew how to write women well.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't. He
You
gets
think he ever
better a little bit as the run goes along, but just
you
either
think
they're my experience with it is either they're crying or they're nagging. I don't get the sense of strong female characterization coming out of this. And it's not just Sue Storm. It's Sharon Carter. It's Betty Ross. It's Karen. Oh God, it's Karen Page. If you read old Daredevil,
Oh God, yeah.
yeah, it's Scarlet Witch in Avengers. Like it just does not. It just doesn't sit right with me. It feels definitely of its time, but that being said, it doesn't feel like a true representation of a person.
As her character is right now, it's pretty much a true representation of her, though. But it is also how he wrote her, so it's fair enough.
There are a lot of similarities between all the women characters that Stanley wrote, and it does not sit well with me. Anyway, what is your choice for this age poorly?
Uh, it'll be page 21, and it'll be panel one, two, three, four, six. Yeah, six.
Ah, yes. You are the loveliest human I've ever seen. If you will be my bride, I might show you mercy, or I might show mercy to the rest of your pitiful race. So, Shane, What stands out to you about this one, the age?
Oh my God, come on. I don't even have to explain that one. It's right there. It's written on the thing.
Is it
It
just
is.
Namor being a massive misogynist?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes, just Namor being an absolute total pig of a person, just looking at Sue and being like, I can have whatever I want because I am king.
Not a good look.
No. It also makes you really wonder how Stan thought about women, going back to him writing them as all nagging, crying girls.
You know what amazes me is that I don't feel like Namor has really changed all that much since this, as far as how he acts with Sue and Reed and Sue's relationship and whatnot. And there are people out there who shit Namor and Sue over Reed and Sue.
I
And
mean,
I don't understand it.
it's the same people that probably want Harley to be with the Joker instead of Ivy. So,
Yeah, still doesn't make any sense to me.
uh, people are into that dynamic. That's all I have to tell you. It's gross.
Well, it's like a friend of ours always says, plenty of people are wrong about lots of things.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go on to our next topic, which is what were they thinking? What do you got for that, Shane?
So it's going to be page 8, panel 2.
Oh, when he was outside the men's hotel, Johnny
Yep.
scoping out his new digs.
Johnny's scoping out his new digs. It's like Johnny just going to the Bowery and thinking that he's just going to move into the men's hotel. Like, what, like, that's like the last place Johnny was going. He'd have went and spent time with any of those dudes in the soda pop gang before
Well,
he
he
would have
tried to
went
do
there.
that, and Ben found him.
Well, those guys didn't look like they were the same dudes that he was hanging out with. The guys that look he was working on with the cars weren't the same guys he was hanging out with at the soda pop thing. They're like two different guys. It's like he has his nerd group that work on cars, and he has his jock group that he drinks soda pop with.
This actually almost made my this age poorly, just because having lived in New York, I mean, the Bowery and pretty much the rest of the city has all been gentrified at this point. So, but yeah, I suppose it is weird that Johnny would just go to a random hostel. I guess would be the
Yeah,
best way to
yeah.
put it.
What did they gently call themselves continually in here? The bums?
Yeah,
Yeah,
derelicts.
they are derelicts, but they are like, this old bum, we're all bums. They just kept calling each other bums. Just a very New York thing to do, call each other a bum. But like, what is yours, buddy?
So mine, we're going to jump ahead to page 12, panel 2. I have written in my notes in all caps. He's right there, Sue, right there. How can you not see him? Your power is invisibility, not his.
Apparently her Captain Planet hearing mode wasn't on.
Like, is she struggling with her power right now? Like, is this the part where she hasn't yet figured out how to do it without, she can't be invisible without light passing through her eyes, so she just can't see anything. She's just wandering around in the dark. I don't know. But like
Well,
Johnny's there. He's talking to Namor. You think she would recognize her brother's voice. What is going on?
it's wild. It is a wild panel. It's a wild panel.
And we could probably also take that back to me thinking that Stan Lee doesn't know how to write women because he just thinks that they're not observant.
He probably thinks that they weren't supposed to leave the kitchen. You should be amazed that she is allowed to wear shoes.
Oh my God. I really hope not. We've put that man on such a pedestal as a society. I really hope that this is not the way. All right. And then we're going to finish up with our page turner moment. And mine is page 5, panel 7, which is when Ben finds Johnny. He's punched the hole through the wall and he's walking into the garage. And he is just looking like he's ready to fight. It's such a menacing pose. And I'm going to be honest, the next panel doesn't disappoint because it has me in anticipation. Of course, when I turn the page, you have him lifting an automobile over his head, getting ready to smash the torch with it.
It's facts.
What about you, Shane?
Oh, I have page 15, panel 8
Oh, Namor with his horn in the fisheye?
in the fisheye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at this point, you still haven't seen quite what the monster is. You've only seen like a nose, and then you see its eye awake, and then you turn to the next page, and you see the whale salamander, as I so lovingly called it, arise from the depths of the ocean, and it does not disappoint. I'm here for
But
kaiju.
it's a good setup, a good monster reveal where you see only see bits and pieces of it briefly before you get the full.
Yeah, I'm here for any monsters I can get at any time, pretty much anywhere.
All right. Well, this story has been collected in a lot of places, and I actually ended up reducing the list. I said, you know what? I'm going to start with the obvious trade paperback that was released in 1987, and I'm going to move on from there because that's been reprinted a lot. So, as far as where you can find this story, you can pick yourself up a copy of Marvel Masterworks Fantastic Four Volume 1. It was released in November of 1987. There's also Fantastic First Volume 1 from May 1994. Grandson of Origins Volume 1 from March of 1998. The Fantastic Four Omnibus Volume 1 from June 2005. There's Essential Fantastic Four Volume 1 from November of 1998. That's uh, black and white on newsprint paper. Fantastic Four Adventures Volume 1, Number 4, which was published in October 2005, reprints this story. But then it also has two original stories written by Adam Warren and drawn by Kieran Grant. Uh, Shane, I think you're familiar with this one, the Fantastic Four Epic Collection, Volume 1, the world's greatest comic magazine from September of 2014.
This one?
Yep, that's the one. Marvel Tales, Fantastic Four number 1 from March 2019, which also reprints Let There Be Life from annual number 6 by Stanley and Jack Kirby, and Childhood's End from Volume 1, number 245 by John Byrne. There's also Namor, the Submariner Epic Collection Volume 1, Enter the Submariner from April of 2021. And Mighty Marvel Masterworks Fantastic Four Volume 1, World's Greatest Heroes. That was in July of 2021. There's also the facsimile edition that was released on April 16th of 2025. So that's this year. You can probably find that at your local comic shop. And Marvel Unlimited, of course. And as far as adaptations go, so this is a weird one. For the 1967 animated series, they didn't have the rights to Namor, so they couldn't use Namor, but they somehow still managed to adapt this story. Uh, in episode 12, which is called Demon in the Deep. And what happens there is that a mad scientist named Dr. Gamma is mutated into a sea creature, and he unleashes Giganto on a coastal town. This episode also has Johnny getting frustrated and leaving the Fantastic Four. And then once he goes and hides out in the coastal town, things proceed more or less like they do here in Volume 1, Number 4. And then also, episode 3 of the 1994 animated series, Now Comes the Submariner, is a pretty direct adaptation of this book as well. So, Shane, we got any final thoughts you want to share?
Um, no, can't wait to kind of see Namor come back and see that love triangle that is Sue, Namor, and Reed as it grows through here. Somehow it's only ever Sue in the middle of this triangle. I really would like to see Reed and Namor.
Yeah, you want to see the you're shipping Reed and Namor?
At this point, they're both ignorant enough. I don't think they would realize it. They're too in love with themselves. They wouldn't.
I'm amazed that Marvel hasn't pulled the trigger on an AU version of this.
I'm just here for it. I'm just here for the lulls.
Aren't we all at the end of the day? Well, sir, would you like to know what we're doing next week?
Sure.
I don't know if you realize this, but there is a movie coming out next week on July 11th. Our episode drops 2 days before on the 9th. But if I remember correctly, you're a pretty big Superman fan, aren't you, sir?
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
would say a small smidgen of a Superman fan.
And I like Superman, but I'm also a big James Gunn fan, and he's directing. So, yeah, I thought maybe it would be cool if we covered Superman Fantastic Four from 1999, written by and drawn by Dan Jurgens.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
And it is a little bit of a longer book, so we might change our format up here a little bit.
It's a big book.
Yeah, so change our format up here a little bit. We have gotten some feedback saying that our read-throughs might be a little too in-depth and we need to summarize a little bit more. So I think we will try doing that next week with Superman Fantastic Four and see how well it works and see what the response is to it, and then come back and maybe examine our panel by panel and maybe take it to page or work on it by case basis. And just a
Redesign.
reminder, if you can, leave us a review on Apple or a comment on Spotify. Uh, Follow us wherever you're listening to podcasts so we end up in your feed every week. Uh, and please join us on our group on Facebook, the Fantastic Four Fancast. We're working on getting some more Fantastic Four content up on there, and we would love for you to share it with us and promote uh, fun and respectful discussion about our favorite fabulous quartet. We are also on Instagram at Fan4Fancast. That's FAN, the number four, FANCAST. You can also contact us by email at fan4fancast@gmail.com. Again, that is FAN, the number four, FANCAST@gmail.com. But
Oh,
until next week, I'm Nate and he's Shane, and we'd like to thank you again for joining us here on the Fantastic Four Fancast. And we'll catch you later.
yeah. Catch you later.